Hi, I'm Nan Simonson, and I want to welcome you to PowerPoints of interest as they relate to lifestyle as medicine. This is week number 20, is it 23? I believe so, number 23, no, 24. And I'm going to be doing a mindfulness exercise. And you're going to want a pencil and paper, pen and paper, if you want to go along with us. And then if you're new to what we do at the PowerPoints group, I'll remind you that at the end, I stop recording and I go back to our gallery view of those who are on today for the PowerPoints group. And then we talk about, I was telling them I don't like my bangs. So here I am on a recorded thing saying that, and then we go back and we have a conversation about this or anything else that we want to discuss as it relates to lifestyle as medicine. So this is what we're going to talk about at the time or today. And that is letting go of what doesn't serve us. And how do we do that? And in what context are we referring? So at times, there's so much weight and heaviness we carry with us on a daily basis. The weight of the past relationships that leave us sad or annoyed or angry, betrayals, pain inflicted by others. It's easy to get swept away by our thoughts, especially in the face of strong emotions. We get stuck ruminating and dwelling about the past, filled with either guilt or regret. And in order to practice mindfulness, it's therefore important that we learn to let go. We have some thoughts and emotions that we tend to hold on to, and we have some or because they're uncomfortable or confronting or frightening. And in mindfulness, we try to neither push emotion and thought away nor to hold on to it. We try to experience them as they are without getting caught up in them. Now, how do we do that? Well, how about writing? I'm going to do a screen share. Okay. I have to get a couple of things out of the way here so I can see what I'm doing. And there. How about writing? Let's talk about that. Expressive writing has been linked with psychological benefits such as improved mood, greater well-being, lower stress levels, and fewer depressive symptoms, lower blood pressure, improved lung and liver functioning, and decreased time spent in the hospital. A brain imaging study by UCLA psychiatrists and psychologists revealed that expressing feelings in verbal or written form reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's emotional center, and engages the thinking brain. This brain pattern can make sadness, anger, and pain less intense. Research suggests that expressive writing may also offer physical and psychological benefits to people by boosting immune function. In tests, writing significantly improved health outcomes in 4 ways: reported physical health, psychological well-being, physiological functioning, and general functioning. Another study found that simply writing about feelings before a stressful task helped chronic warriors' brains perform more effectively and efficiently. Their brains were less active and performed a task using fewer resources. Writing about feelings after a trauma or a traumatic event can actually make physical wounds heal faster, according to one experiment. Participants assigned to write in journals after or had faster healing times than those instructed to avoid writing about their feelings. So today we're going to do a bit of an exercise. Go back to this one. Sit back in your chair, get into a comfortable position. Close your eyes if you'd like. Some dreams are good, even great. They keep us hopeful, aspiring, vision-oriented. Others become stale and heavy. They keep us stuck in the past, stuck in bad relationships, stuck in situations that cause us to be stuck in relationships and situations that cause us to be disrespected or inhibit us from fully stepping into our worth. As a result, sometimes a wake needs to be held. That's a very cute play on words, a wake. Let's go into that. A vigil where we mourn the dreams and the fantasies that are no more, where we can write letters to help us release past relationships, ideals, and benefits that no longer, or beliefs that no longer serve us. So now I ask you, what letter do you need to write? Take a moment to think about what's weighing heavy on you. Is it people or places or things that left you feeling stressed, depressed, sad, regretful, guilty? Are they dreams that perhaps represent something in your life that again leave you with those same hard feelings? What can you write about to make this exercise worthwhile to you? Think of a situation, a person, a belief, anything that we are ready to let go. You won't actually send the letter, but it needs to come out. So I'll ask you, who or what do you need to write about? Think of that. And again, do you need to write to one? Or do you need to write one to somebody or to yourself, possibly? Is there a story that hasn't been told? A feeling that is yet to be expressed, or words that have yet to be heard? Perhaps there's a forgiveness that needs to be given. Now, take some time to think about what you would write in this letter if you were to write it. I'll give you a couple of minutes. To whom? What would you write? How would you express it? If you had the chance. We're going to come back and examine this as a group. But now we're going to actually do an exercise. So, using a pen and paper, or pencil and paper, whatever you have in front of you. What would you like to write in your letter? You may begin to write that letter. Don't filter yourself or judge yourself for whatever it is you're feeling. Your feelings are your own and you're entitled to them. Your feelings are real to you at this time. Honor them. Maybe it's not a letter you need to write out, but a dream or an illusion that needs to die. A fantasy of what life should have looked like, a vision of what that relationship should have been. Whatever it may be, allow yourself to feel it and to write about it for the next 5 minutes. I'll let you know how we're doing with time. We have 2 more minutes. We are on our last minute. Okay. I'll come back on and I'm going to refresh. Ooh, I want to get back to my gallery view. Yeah, just a moment. Mhm. There. Actually, it looks like I can't while I'm recording. So I'm going to ask you all, the group that we're going to be meeting with, and those of you that are listening to this as a recording and as a training segment, I'm going to review the questions that I asked, and then we will discuss in the group how this exercise affected you. The questions were, who or what do you need to write whatever your letter is to, and to whom? Do you need to write one to yourself? Is there a story that hasn't been told? A feeling that is yet to be expressed, or words that have yet to be heard? Perhaps there's a forgiveness that needs to be given. Did something come to mind instantly? Or maybe it took a little longer for you to think of it. Did the writing of it make it feel more real? What felt different about writing versus thinking of it? And then the last and final instructions, and you don't have to do this because you might not be finished with this exercise. This is a personal situation, is to crumple it up and throw it away. With this, we're going to throw away those emotions that have kept you bound. If you're feeling any resistance, know that this is normal. Our past, no matter how heavy and painful, can feel comfortable, more comfortable when we look at it, when we sketch it out, even apart, and when we realize it doesn't own us. The unknown of what comes next, once we no longer have our stories to cling to, can be frightening. But if you are compelled to write it, and to write it down, and to dig deep, you're ready to release it. Let it go and make room for new possibilities. Some dreams are heavy and need to be mourned. Others are bittersweet and ready to release. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was meaningful. There are times in our life that something like this doesn't even possibly come easily, either because things are too heavily buried or because we're not ready to look at them. I hope for you today that it gave some relief.